So 1000 in Action is a nonprofit organization that we formed to help prevent child abuse in and around the Great Falls area. And the basic premise of our foundation is to find at least 100 individuals or businesses that are willing to give at least $100 annually for a total contribution from our group of $100,000 each year.
So we are a fundraising organization. We have an advisory committee that guides us on the various organizations that we donate to in and around the surrounding area. We rely heavily on them. They're from all parts of the community, from fire to police to child protective services to school counselors that help us decide on where to send your funds.
We are a grassroots local organization comprised of all volunteers. All of the funding stays local. All of the contributions come from local individuals. We want everyone to be part of our effort. It's an easy organization to become part of. And all of us together, if we pool our contributions, can make a real difference right here in our own community.
What we do is we provide free respite care to children that have a medical and neurodiverse need, to see hope being brought back, to see that spark in a family's eyes when all you saw was darkness and just the fear of loss of hope. And these are things that we don't think about when we're raising a child. And having a partnership with such an amazing organization as a 1000 Action allows us to do what we do without asking our parents to help us help them. Because we know how great our community is. We know how great our area is. And we want people to look at us as that beacon of light.
Toby's House is a nonprofit that provides child care services for children that are ages 0 to 6 at no cost of the family. My favorite part of Toby's House is for sure the kids, because they are always so lively. The parents can sometimes come in a bit stressed, but the kids immediately go, "Hi," and they know Toby's House and they love the toys, and be able to see them react to a new sweater or a new shirt, or just to kind of enjoy the child care form and the excitement of the children make me so excited, because I can also see the relief that trickles through the family because of it. A mother came in, she called asking for just daycare for her kiddo. She started a new job and she wasn't able to leave her child at home. And we weren't sure why, we didn't question, so we said, absolutely, we have time. We got to meet their kid, we built up some trust, and we found out that she was starting a new job and couldn't leave her child at home because of a domestic violence case at home. And so because of that, we were able to provide safety for her child. We were able to connect her with different types of nonprofits here, get her set up for different foods and things so that she could safely leave the situation and safely bring her child with her without having to compromise her safety, her child's safety, or the financial strain of getting out of a situation like that.
We wouldn't have our after-school program if it wasn't for 1000 in Action. We originally started our after-school program, it's called FLY, Fairfield Leading Youth, with what's called a 21st Century Community Grant. And that has expired a few years ago. And about the time we were just about to run out of money, 1000 Action came in and helped us do that. We come up with other funding resources when and we can, but we would not have our after-school program if it wasn't for 1000 in Action. It's been a godsend. And if and when their organization ceases, I'm not sure we will have the ability to carry on, at least not in the manner that we do now.
Childcare is super helpful, but only helpful if you can get the kids there. And so we have one client that we were able to get her in daycare, but her kid's in daycare, but it's a half a mile away, and there's 2 of them. So, and she was very pregnant. So the best solution was to get her a double stroller.
On a broader scale for our program, some things that we have a hard time funding is things like snacks or childcare, which are 2 huge barriers for families walking in, maybe taking a night class after work. They haven't had time to go home and feed their child. They don't have childcare after those, that 8 to 5 normal hours. And so being able to provide that allows them to come and get the parenting help that they are seeking, and not having to worry about what am I going to do with my kids? When you walk in and you tell us what you're going through, we will match you to the best of our ability to the person who can relate and help you and understand what you're going through the best. The way that our boss explains it is a one-stop shop for the needs of the entire family.
Through our 8 years in Great Falls, we've been able to serve over 200 foster care kiddos, and then this coming summer we'll host 40 kids with a 1-to-1 ratio, so they'll have one adult that's trauma-informed, trained, and specialized to be able to work specifically with these children and walk through this life of these 5 days of camp and really giving them a momentous week of childlike experiences. Many of our kids come to us who have been abused and neglected. You know, they're in the midst of foster care and in that very traumatic season of their life. They need this village of volunteers and people to come around them and love them. And 1,000 in Action supports our training program and allows us to equip our volunteers to be able to do the work of our ministry.
Here we've served 176 adults and 268 children with our services. And so that obviously our core mission is the housing piece. We want to find housing and keep housing, but we do all kinds of other little stuff in between there. And a lot of that is all not necessarily funded, but it's all donated by the community. So if everybody can think back to some point in their life where they had to lean on somebody else and to think about if that person wasn't there, things could be a lot different for a lot of folks, and that's really where these people find themselves. Even if folks come in and our services aren't, the perfect fit for them, another thing that we do is just a lot of referral services because we want to make sure that people are getting help no matter what they need.
The advisory committee is a group of organizations, professionals around the area in different disciplines that help 1,000 in Action determine where to put their funds for the year. I chose to be a part of the organization because in law enforcement and as a detective or officer, as a first responder, we often see the negatives, the aftermath of child abuse and child sexual and physical abuse in our community. And so by being part of it, I get to see some preventative measures and some proactive measures that we're taking. 1,000 in Action has an emergency fund. This is a fund that is created for first responders, whether it's law enforcement, firefighters, CPS, anybody who's in the field that responds to a child in need.
When I first learned of 1,000 in Action, I immediately thought of the words of Margaret Mead when she said that you should never doubt that a small group of thoughtful and committed individuals could change the world. That's like the definition of 1,000 in Action. A small group of thoughtful and committed people, my friends and my neighbors, are coming together to make a difference in the lives of at-risk children in our community. It's an amazing thing that they are doing. And being a retired educator who spent 34 years advocating for all children who walk through the doors of our public schools, I just couldn't help but connect with 1,000 in Action. Our vision and our missions perfectly align. I just knew that I had to help and support 1,000 in Action in some way, and the way that I chose to support 1,000 in Action is to be a recurring donor. I think it's just a small thing I can do every month, and I just love it when I get the email receipt that is a reminder of my gift, but more importantly, it's a reminder of the amazing work that 1,000 in Action does on a daily basis to help people in our communities. I hope that you will join me in considering being a donor, a reoccurring donor, really easy way to be part of the 1,000 people making a difference in the lives in our community.
If you're interested in joining us, we would love to have you. Simply go to our website and click Join Us Now to become an annual member. Perfect. Beautiful. Nailed it.
Nailed it. Yep.
That's it.